Welcome to a 4 a.m. start on a Monday morning. This is a typical week of training for the Olympics as a mum and a student, and I wake up at 4 on Mondays and Wednesdays typically. You don't get more time being a mum, you just have to make more time, so my days start a little earlier. And I love to start my mornings with a protein coffee. So I just get 1 scoop of whey and I shake it up and then add coffee. I also like a piece of toast just so that I'm not training on an empty stomach. And I like to just get a few things done, like emptying the dishwasher while everyone's asleep, because if I don't do it in the morning, honestly, it won't get done till the next day probably. Here I'm just drying my breast pump. I still breastfeed, so that is a little time consuming, and I have to pump before I leave, and then I leave the milk in a bottle for Ryan and he will give it to Athena when she wakes up. So it just goes like this, and then I usually set the timer for about 15 to 20 minutes while I eat, drink water, and just scroll through Instagram really, or reply to messages. Sometimes I do some schoolwork or read or journal. Changes day to day, but this morning I just decided to scroll through some Instagram reels, honestly. And yep, done with the pumping, put it in a bottle, leave it on the counter, and then Ryan gets it. So F45 is only about 5-minute drive, which is very nice. Mondays and Wednesdays are usually cardio days, so it's a good way to get the endorphins going before the week starts. And you know, sometimes I don't feel like going, but it's just a great way to get a good workout in, and it only takes 45 minutes, so that is why I like it. So yeah, what's up guys? Whew. Workout 1 done. I am about to, it's about 5:57. I'm sweating like crazy. I am about to head to diving. We're just doing dry work today. Well, I'm just doing dry work today. This morning, you'll see what I mean in a second. Whoop, camera all over the place. Yeah, so that was hard. Sorry, I'm like so boring right now because I don't know what I'm saying, trying to gather my thoughts, still early in the morning. But F45 pretty much is just functional training. It's like, I describe it as kind of like CrossFit, but not like that intense. The movements are more functional, meaning kind of stuff that, like movements that you do in everyday life, which I like. And today, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday Monday and Wednesday primarily are cardio days. So that is why I am this sweaty, although I do get this sweaty as well on the other days. But yeah, so that was that. I do this every day, various different times, but on Mondays and Wednesdays I'll go to the pool after this. I mean, not the pool, the dryland area, where I do some more diving specific skills and workouts and stuff like that, which you'll see in a second. So I'm meeting my coach there at 6:30. I still have like half an hour, but I'm gonna drive there, and then I usually just read for a little bit and then yeah, get into it. So we'll see you there then. So as you can see, it is still dark, but the sun is coming out. This is our LSU dryland facility. It's very nice. We're very privileged to have such a good facility. It has 4 dry boards, a trampoline, nice spring floor, some wall bars. In here we usually do some exercises and drills to help us in the pool. Right here you can see I am losing control, but I am trying to do some skills to imitate an inward somersault action for the pool. We like to use a combination of trampoline and dry board and ground flips, all for different reasons, but it really does help when you have these resources. So this morning I started on trampoline, and then I went to the dry board, which is this little thing right here, pretty much just a diving board that goes onto a mat and not into the pool, and it's very helpful. It's probably one of my favorites to help with my skills in the pool. Just a little more time to work on the takeoff part and focus less on the entering of the water. And I ended this Monday morning practice with some ground flips. It's finally lighter outside now. Finally feels like daytime. It's kind of hard to train in the night because it just feels like you should be asleep. And this morning I was feeling rough. It was kind of hard to get these going, but I made it through, and that pretty much concludes my Monday morning and my day's training on Mondays. I get it all done before 7 a.m. It feels good. Good morning, everyone. Tuesday today. It's nice. I like a Tuesday. Luckily, this morning I got a little bit of a sleep in. Woke up at 5:30 instead of 4. Tuesdays and Thursdays I don't train in the morning because I need a little bit of recovery. And unfortunately, when you are breastfeeding or pumping, you don't really get a sleep in because you have to keep pumping or breastfeeding like every so often, usually around like 4 hours now, so that your milk supply doesn't drop. So I had to wake up and pump, but I'm feeling a lot more refreshed since I didn't just go work out at that time. So right now it is about 11 a.m. and I am going to go to the dog park with Kane and Athena, and I thought that I would run for warm-up because I don't do daycare, and it's expensive for daycare. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, Ryan will come home from work for lunch break. So I have like an hour and a half window where I'll just go straight to practice and get in the pool and just go for it. So I need to make sure that I'm warmed up before he gets home, and so that I can just leave and then get in the pool and be ready to go. So it is such a beautiful day outside. That's why I'm gonna go for a run. Usually I will just get my yoga mat out at home and put Athena next to me, and we'll just do a little bit of a warm up together. But I thought, let's get outside. I know that Kane definitely wants to. So yeah, should be good. Here's my baby girl. I haven't shown you guys her yet, but she is just the best. We just got to the park, and there is quite a big loop around here. So if you do, I think around 4 laps or just over 4 laps, it's about a mile. And that's what I just decided to do this morning. There was quite a lot of dogs, so it was fun scenes to see. I was a little nervous about them attacking me or Athena, but honestly, if they were going to come for us, I would beat those dogs up. Not gonna lie, mum mode. Anyway, here's me after the run, just stretching around. It's so nice. It's usually too hot here to run around this time, but the weather has calmed down a lot, and it's honestly perfect right now. Here's my baby girl, just so curious, just like a little bestie, just hanging out with mum. She's always like, what are you doing, mum? And I'm like, I don't know, Athena. But she is just the cutest thing. And yeah, she loves the park. She loves to see the dogs run around. She's just kind of realizing what Kane is and what dogs are. She's always trying to pull on them. So she just loves, look at her cute little bucket hat. Oh, I'm obsessed with her. And there's Kane, as the good boy he is. Yes. And here's me at the pool. Quick transition. Got straight in the water. These are called lineups, and we do them to work on the entries. No splash is good. Right here, no idea what the heck I'm doing. Look like an absolute idiot. But Looks like I'm waiting for my turn. Nice toes, Drew. And then we moved on to some spinning drills. These are front 2.5 pike. Not really concerned about the entry as much on these. Trying to just work on the takeoff. You know, given I haven't been back to training for very long. It's only been about 2.5 weeks. So thanks, Drew, standing in the middle of my camera. Yeah. Nice. But anyway, here I'm about to attempt a dive I haven't done in 3 years, and as you can see, I'm very nervous, but I got the courage, and there I go. Bang. Not the best dive. Round of applause. Thank you. Thank you, supportive team. And I did a couple more of those, and honestly it felt so good to get them off. I did 3 total. The last one was my best one, and honestly it feels like I haven't taken even hardly any time off. And honestly I love this team. They're just always so supportive. So yeah, that was a very successful training session. I ended the session with some drills on 1 meter. That's Adrian. So welcome to Wednesday. I forgot to mention yesterday after my training session in the afternoon, I went and did F45 in the evening. It was a cardio day. Wait, no, it was a weights day, and it was pretty tough. But Wednesday morning, woke up early and, you know, got to get that protein shake in, got to feel good. And today at F45 is a cardio session, which I'm not too thrilled about. Hate cardio. Alrighty, it's about 6:10. I just got to the dryland area. Did a workout this morning at F45. It was a tough one. It was 2-minute intervals. You know, really didn't want to wake up this morning and go work out, but I got myself out there, and during the workout really regretted my decision, but I'm glad I did it because now I feel good. But this morning I'm going back into the dryland, work on some skills, and yeah, and then that'll be it. We were meant to go into the pool this morning, but there was a mix-up on schedules or something. But honestly, I'm kind of glad because I was really dreading jumping in the cold pool this morning. So thank you, God. Anyway, I'm going to go head inside, maybe jump on a foam roller, get this Wednesday going. Oh man, don't you just love that stretch? Like, opening up that back just feels so good. This morning, started with some flips on the trampoline again. Lost the headband, happens often. Remind me never to get bangs again. They are just so annoying. And there I go again. Bit tough this morning. I remember feeling tired, but grinded through. Did some more inward drills, nice filming. Totally missed the somersault, but you get the idea. Did some more front stuff. Actually, there's some front doubles today on the dry board, which is always really fun. I just feel like such a badass when I do these, and they're really good for water work. So did those, and I did a few more skills, just ended with some stretching, but that was pretty much the morning done. What's up, guys? It's Thursday. Feeling jacked. Just kidding. Just came back from a run, and before that I went to F45. It was weight day. Feeling pretty good. I don't see myself. Yeah. Usually on Thursdays I don't go work out in the morning, but we have something arranged in the evening, so we kind of have to go. And I'm whispering because everyone's still sleeping, I think. But me and Kane just went in for just a mild jog around the the complex to get some cardio in because it was a weight day. Trained legs. It's very nice. One of my favorites actually. You know, sumo squats, hip thrusts, Bulgarian split squats, all the good stuff. Emphasis on pausing at the bottom, which was very hard, but who doesn't love a good challenge? My training today is going to be in the afternoon, so I'm just going to rest, make some breakfast, and yeah, hang out, do some schoolwork before then. So I just decided to do a little bit of a warm-up in our garage gym. Still in the process of finishing that up, but we have the basics: chin-up bar, squat rack. Still waiting on the Olympic bar to come in, but we did have this smaller bar, and I just did a little bit of activation, nothing heavy, just getting my legs warmed up and ready for training in the afternoon. There is Athena. She helps me warm up before practice. Juggling, you know, trying to get warm before Ryan gets home so that I can go to practice for an hour or so. It's a little difficult with Athena, but it also makes it fun. She loves just interacting with me while I'm stretching, and she thinks it's all a big game. So yeah, I do enjoy it, and she is the cutest thing. So I just try to stretch and do a little bit of a workout and get warmed up before practice starts. So walking into the natatorium, that's me. Funny how they put me on the wall. Very funny. But just working on some lines today to get warmed up. Just a few entries, kind of start every session the same way actually. I think today in the pool I did some lead up work, did some optionals. Honestly, it's been kind of rough coming back into diving after taking a break and having a baby and everything. Diving requires so much strength, and I had an emergency C-section, so my abs were cut all the way down. Kind of gruesome to think about, but these are the first times that I'm really doing my harder dives on 3 meter, so I was very, very nervous. I didn't cut out any of the mistakes because I wanted you guys to see kind of how it actually is. I was struggling. My dives weren't great, and I felt very, what's the word? I guess unhappy, you know, down, upset, but at the same time I was very, very proud of myself for just getting off the diving board and going. It was a huge step for me, even though my dives didn't reflect how I want them to look. I have to start somewhere, and this training session in particular was very challenging mentally for me, and physically, but mostly mentally. So just overcoming that mental obstacle and just getting off the diving board was huge for me, even though my dives look like that. I can assure you they've gotten a lot better since I filmed this, but it is funny to look here and just remind myself as well how far I've come since coming back and doing those dives again for the first time in a long time. So yeah, this is just a bit of raw footage of what training looks like sometimes. Not perfect at all. Happy Friday! Friday! Oh my gosh, we made it. We made it, fam. Barely, but we made it. I was so freaking tired this morning, but I went to F45, did some cardio, didn't film all that because you've seen it throughout the rest of my vlog. I go every day, same stuff. There's Ryan. I didn't mean to zoom in. But there he is. What is going on with my camera? He and Athena are coming to watch me dive today, which is so fun. and she's gonna get some footage of my diving because I keep obviously getting bad footage, missing my spinnings in the air and stuff, whatever. But today should be interesting. It is a 2:30, and on Fridays we get to like train as a big group. Usually like throughout the week it's split, so I get to train with some other people that I don't usually train with, which is nice. Love to have a good catch-up chat, makes Friday easier to get through. And yeah, who knows what's planned, we'll see when I get there. But also before this I did do a warm-up. I went for a walk with Athena around the block because it's so beautiful, and then I did a bit of like a HIIT cardio just to get my heart rate up, and then a little bit of a stretch as well, which I didn't film because my camera didn't charge last night, but that's okay, you get the gist. Good morning, Saturday now. Yesterday Ryan said that he was gonna film and watch, but he got distracted and then just ended up watching, so I didn't really get any footage of yesterday's training, which is kind of annoying. But honestly, we just did some skills, just worked on some basics, so you didn't miss out on much. But I was feeling much better yesterday in the pool than I was on Thursday, which is reassuring because Thursday's mess was not great. But this morning it is 6:40. We're starting in the dry land. Again, it's a full team practice because it's Saturday, so we're doing I think an hour in the dry land and then an hour in the pool. So it's very nice that the sun is up this morning. I feel very refreshed because I didn't have to wake up at 4. So I feel very good this morning, and we will see what Drew has in store for us. I do like Saturday trainings. I don't know, there's just something about the excitement of the weekend that makes it better. So yeah, see you at the dry land. So this morning we did a little bit of a run on the tumble track. This floor is a bit springy, and then there's a little trampoline area next to it, so we did a bit of a fun kind of loosening up of the body. Love this team, they're so funny and fun to train with. And here we are bouncing on the little tumble track trampoline. Bit of fun, bit of something different. We don't do this all the time, but it is nice to switch it up. Then I went on to some dry board, just did some skills, some bounces. We kind of just get warmed up for the pool. We do a little more conditioning on a Saturday and a little more skill focus. Everyone has their own skills that Drew he writes up and tells us what we're doing, because everyone needs to work on different things. So today I did some back somersaults and I did some reverse somersaults. I got off dry board, we did an ab set with ankle weights, and it is tough, I tell you. Coming back from a pregnancy and building up those abs again, it's difficult, but I do enjoy the challenge. Even now, looking at this footage, I have gotten so much stronger, so it is kind of cool to reflect on that. But this ab set particularly, I remember being very hard. We did 2 sets with ankle weights and then the last set without ankle weights, and that was just a little bit of abs. This is kind of abs specific to diving. We do a lot of hip flexor movements, and we need to be able to lift our legs up very fast into the pike shape and then into extension, so it helps with that. And then I ended the dry land session with some flips on the mat, and then we headed to pool. So then we went into the pool, and on the Saturday I just did some lead ups, which is a progression for our harder dives. So they're a little bit easier, usually a half a somersault less, and they just give you a chance to work on your takeoffs and your techniques. So when you do bring them up to whatever platform or springboard that you're on, hopefully you can do them better. But that's all I did this morning, was I stayed on 1 meter and I did some lead ups. And that kind of concluded my week of training. So if you made it this far, you're a real one. Thank you for watching. This was pretty early back in my coming back into training, so some things are very new and I'm getting used to it. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll update you along the way.